Hello, welcome to the stream. Today, we are playing Jump the Track, a game that we had recorded an entire podcast episode about, and then I lost my file, my recorded file. I have no idea where it went. It is lost forever. So here I am today in lieu of making a podcast episode about it. It's a really fun game. Rob and Annie took it. I can't believe you'd do that. Here's the credits. This game's Seed by Seed Studios. And I'm gonna quit because I don't want to spoil all the concept art, but I did want to make sure that I got the the developer's name right. Seed by Seed Studios made this game. It just came out a few months ago, I believe. And it's a very May 28th. It is a fun game. Extremely beautiful artwork. And I'm excited to play through it again. My first playthrough took me about 2-ish hours, so I would say probably will be somewhere around that point. This is a choice-driven narrative game that uses peggle in the conversation mechanics. So we'll obviously get a demo of how all that stuff works. But basically, to unlock certain narrative options, you have to play peggle, and you have to hit those pegs. It's a very fun mechanic. It's very fun to play peggle always. So I think let's just get right into it. Yes. It's just such a beautiful game. Also, let me know if the music volume needs to be raised or anything. Yeah, the concept is so interesting, and the way that they use peggle as a, like, not to spoil it, but like an anti-capitalist allegory is very interesting. But surprise, dotzip played another game that has anti-capitalist themes. So this is our main character, Sam. No, there's no themes about AI in this one, but there are kind of themes about exploitation of the worker, etc. So they're adjacent, but no, we didn't do AI this week. We took a break from AI this week. I specifically chose this game to be the one we played after Centum because I was like, I need a break. I cannot go from Centum to another heavy game. All right, so we are in the inner space now. Arthur's just asked if he needs a coin, or if we can give him a coin. I think this game would support having a worm girlfriend. Oh, come on. All right, so we've just unlocked the fierceness choice. Great. To mess with Arthur a little bit. But we're going to try and unlock the diplomacy choice as well. And we've got plenty of balls left. All right, perfect. So you may have noticed we didn't clear the board. In the inner space scenes where you're just trying to get the choices for the dialogue, you don't have to finish the whole level. The whole object of those inner space levels is to just get the dialogue options. Which I think is a very fun kind of twist on peggle, because usually, like, the higher your score, like, you get a higher score based on how many pegs you get rid of. And so for this to be like, we're just doing the dialogue thing here. You don't have to worry about the score. All right. Just ask if he's all right. Just need a bit of change. Trapped in a maelstrom of existence. Aren't we all? That's our friend Axel. The TTP, time to proletarian, on this game is very, very low. Introducing thematic elements immediately. All right, so we were supposed to meet Axel, and we forgot. Let's try and unlock. Let's try and unlock a lie. Let's see what happens. Okay, not what I wanted, but it could have been worse. All right. Oh. Oh, come on. All right, well, that's perfect. Cool. Incredible. Yeah, I'm on my way. Traffic's crazy. They need to kiss. In the end that I got last time, Tara, I'm sorry to say they did not kiss. But I think it's a well-earned not kiss, to be totally honest. Oh, come on. Now, I think, as you'll realize, their relationship is more familial as the game goes on. I'm gonna lie again. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Pierre, Sam's boss. And this is the second mention of Tombola tickets. Tombola, there's a fair going on today or something. And so basically all money has been replaced with the tickets from this carnival, which I think is an extremely funny thing. Just tuned in. This is Peggle visual novel. Yeah, pretty much. Also, thanks for being here, Tozak. All right, can I get... I'm trying to unlock the seduction. There we go. Choice. Which they use seduction in many ways in this game. Like, it's not always like in like a sexual way. There's seduction in terms of like just trying to convince you that like I love you or like I have feelings for you in some way. It's a very interesting use of the word seduction, to be totally honest. I'm still mad I didn't get an option to kiss a certain character in Citizen Sleeper 2. Matt, I still have to play Citizen Sleeper 2. I played a little bit of it, and then I canceled my Game Pass, and now I just have it on my computer. And you know, I'm not a big computer gamer usually because I sit here and do work all day, and I'm like, I don't want to sit. I don't want to do Peggle. All right, what? I don't want to play games at my workspace, you know? All right, Arthur has left without taking a coin. Maximum power, baby. Also, Sam loves to make scarves. That's Sam's passion. Been docking my deck a bunch. Yeah. Yeah, Steam Deck or Ally or something is on the... Okay. All right. We've got power-ups from our friends. And let's see. The multi-ball in this game, I think is like fine. I feel like I liked it more in Peggle, just because the ways that the boards were. Oh, that was a bad one. The way the boards were in like Peggle proper. Oh my goodness. All right, can we do this? All right. They just had more pegs on them, you know, like it was less of a kind of obstacle course in some ways. But multi-ball's fun. Crushing it, even though I didn't. Oh, okay. And so the action times, we are trying to beat scores, of course. So this is closer to traditional Peggle. Perfect. Amazing. The reds give you 1,000 points. Blues give you 100 points. Ooh. Okay. Come on. Oh my goodness. All right. Here we go. Let's try and get a multi-ball. Let's see what happens. I also like your little picture changes up here when you use a power. That's very fun. I'll take that. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. All right, but we're above the score we need, so we're good. Whew. Have I played Peglin? I have not, because I think it would be dangerous for me to have a Peggle game on my phone. But you know, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit. I'm a big fan of the ways that this game uses like the, I don't know, construction of the level or like the presentation of the level. Like there's levels like this that happen. Okay, well that was just where the pegs are moving in certain ways based on things that are happening in the fiction, which I just think is a very fun thing. Okay, we are so good. There we go. All right. And I like that even though I've gotten the score I need, the game it doesn't end the level until you're out of balls in this situation, because they're like, well, you came here to play Peggle, so we're going to let you play Peggle the whole time for this one. I'm the knitting god, made scarves for the whole city in 1 hour. Uh-oh, I forgot about the teddy bear. Oh, that's fun. I didn't actually succeed the first time I played this. The teddy bear still burns, but I wasn't sure how it would burn if you succeeded all of the puzzles. That's very fun. Sorry, he's saying the F word. I'm so sorry. They're calling it indie ball pit. Yeah, you're right. I really wanna check out Ball Pit, Brendan. Thank goodness we share a Steam library. I guess it's in demos now, though, right? All right, can't take care of the bear, so we're just gonna go have fun, and hopefully Pierre doesn't kill us. God, the character portraits in this game are so good. I love how expressive, like the expressions on the characters are all really good, but like they do a great job of giving Sam these like really over the top expressions in a lot of ways, and then like characters like Axel are very like their poses don't change a whole lot from expression to expression, and it's just really good. Like the character design and the use of art and stuff in this game is really, really great. All the Tombola tickets are stored in your app. All right, so we've got crypto tickets for this carnival. And you can send tickets just like Zelle, I guess, for my Americans, or Venmo for my Americans, or I guess just a bank transfer, I think is what it is in the UK. All right, let's win some tickets, baby. Great start, good start. There we go, perfect. Oh my god, I'm good at peggle. Yeah, all right. I got it though. I still got it. Yeah, Brendan, it's real fun. And it's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So if you wanted to play and get different options to see if you could get different dialogue options, it's for sure playable back to back. It's been a while since I've actually played peggle. Like when I first got an Xbox and got Game Pass at the time, you know, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was, peggle 2 was on there, and I hadn't played peggle 2 since, I don't know, or I guess regular peggle. I hadn't played peggle since like it came out. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'll take those 2 extra balls. And that was like 5 years ago, and it's been since then. So as soon as I saw this in whatever direct it was, let's play again. I have been like, I've had this on my radar, so as soon as it came out, I knew I wanted to play it for the show. And for those of you who weren't here at the very beginning, ooh, bummer. I think I still got it though. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I just lost my audio. I have no idea where my file went. It's just totally gone. We recorded a really great episode about it. Kim and I talked a lot of good stuff about this game, had a lot of great thematic and deeply thoughtful conversation. And now it's just gone. I have absolutely no idea where my my file is. But this is the grand prize for getting the most tickets, or for winning the ticket lottery at the end. And it's the Cuddle Bear that I just burned in the dryer. So yeah, it's such a bummer, and I'm feeling a bit down on myself. I was a little bit, because I was like, well, you should have learned to record backups, of course. But also, I've been wanting to start streaming the games we talk about for the show. So this was kind of a way to force me to do that. And I do have to shout out Tara for being like, well, why don't you just stream it instead of, because it's a short game, right? And it's like, yeah, I could stream it and I could talk about it then. Pierre's not so bad. Pierre is my maybe mob boss, but who's to say, you know? Maybe he's just a guy. Let's try and convince Axel, though. I think we might have to just go with the lie for this one. Oh, but we already tried to lie to Axel, and it did not work out very well for us. Come on. Oh, shoot. All right. There's diplomacy. That feels like the best one. A fun thing about this game also is that just because you get or don't get these interspace things, doesn't necessarily mean those are like better answers than the default one you get, which I think is very fun, and plays a lot into I think one of my big takeaway for this game, really, and one of the big thematic messages of this game. But I'll get there later. This guy is dangerous. Why would you say that? He's an honest businessman. Whoops, my boss is a mob boss. Uh-oh. This is one of my favorite things about this game. I could get a diplomatic answer to this question, but it's going to be hard. And so even though all of the answers are diplomacy, they're moving all over the board, and so it's like it's still difficult to get to like maybe the perfect quote unquote thing to say, which I just think is such a genius way to incorporate like the social dynamics into the actual peggle. I'm doing really well this time, to be totally honest. Mass Effect with peggle dialogue instead of Paragon Renegade. Okay, now. Okay, I see you. I like that a lot. Let's be reasonable for a moment. Yeah, this, and that was another one of my takeaways at the end of this episode is like, I want to see other games take on peggle mechanics like this. I mean, peggle specifically, I guess, but just like any sort of more gamey mechanics, and bring that into kind of a narrative space. I think that's just like so compelling to me. Games that do that. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head right now, but I can't. All right, so we've hatched this plan to win the bear with our tombola tickets, in order to not be killed or something by our boss, who we are just learning is at least mob boss adjacent. More tickets that are minted, the less chance you have to find a winning one. Interesting. I wonder if that's a commentary on anything. All right. Here we are. The real meat of peggle. The blocks. Okay, come on. Come on! Oh, shoot. All right. Uh-oh. Yay, 150 tickets. It's Miss Beauty. We're gonna try and seduce Miss Beauty, I think is my goal here. Let's go. Sick. The music in this game is great. It's so perfect for underscoring these things. I think I'm gonna make the right choice. Let's ask her nicely. Could you give me that cuddle bear? I also think the story is like deep enough, but simple enough to understand that you can kind of skip from like peggle to peggle, without really having to be fully locked in on what's going on. Especially because Sam has these like little I don't know, reminders of what just happened. She's right. I have to be convincing because she just asked, like, why would I help you? Oof. That was a rough one. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. Okay. I mean, at least I unlocked one. I think fierceness is the right one. I'm going to give it to you and not poor kids. I still love the sparkles on Miss Beauty's stuff. I like your energy. Tell me your story. Nice. Yeah, why not? Oh, brutal. Oh, I can keep going. Fierceness 125%. How did that happen? Now what's going on here? That was interesting. Okay, that was interesting. I think that was a glitch. That's very funny. I think I made a terrible mistake is still the way to go. Bless you. Now I have to replace the poor animal. Brendan says bless you as well. She can't hear you. She got headphones on. Would you take all the tickets if you could? Wouldn't you leave some for others? Ooh. Oh, come on. Oof, okay. Huh. Nice. Okay, let's see. See what we got. Thank you, it's wavelengths. Do I think Pierre plays by the rules? My boss and mentor, Pierre. Ooh, nice clutch. Less clutch. Oh, come on. Okay, phew. All right. Yeah, there we go. Can't get filthy rich by playing by the rules. I gotta say, the conversation going way better than it did the first time. Uh-oh. My favorite thing about this character's design is that they gave him a vape rig, just to really drive home how much he sucks. Sorry to barge in, ma'am. That's another very fun thing this game does, is the shapes of the board, not just like how they move, but the actual construction of the... Oh, come on. Magnet ball. All right, this is not exactly how I wanted the magnet ball to go. Yeah. The magnet ball is actually very good if you can get it along an edge, because then it'll stick to that edge. But it did not come through for me this time. All right, boom. Consider the escaped. Hey, wait. Oh, also these are every aspect of the art in this game is just so good. Like these panels. Speaking of panels, if you haven't started listening to In Sequence, the brand new TWG show where they talk about manga, comics, and other graphical storytelling medium vehicles, you should check that out. InSequence.pictures. Thank you. But just like, it's so good. Here, wait, I actually don't know if y'all can send links. So InSequence.pictures. I guess I can't send links either. I don't know if that hyperlinked on your end, but it did not on my end. I love Osman because look at that arm. He's got a kebab cutting arm. The amount of times throughout this game that somebody says something and Sam goes, "What?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, do you read the news?" It's very, very funny. Yeah, all right, let's try this magnet ball again. Maybe? Oh, okay. Actually, it's actually better than I thought. It doesn't do exactly what I thought it did, but... okay. Nice. I think they updated how the magnet ball works, because I do not remember it working this well when I first played this game. Boink. Nice. Osmond has my favorite power, where you can just shoot directly through all of the pegs. It's so good. Ooh, that was a bad shot, but it's just absolutely unreal. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad that you also also noticed that, Robin. Another 170 tickets. Robus for 3,000. I really like the light cyberpunk vibes of this world. Also, just look at how it's just so good. Like, we're working on a new machine, and so they just made a bunch of gears, you know? It's like, yeah, of course. I actually think I might be using the Magna Ball more often because it's works really well. Robin, have you played any more of the Soul Frame demo? Or alpha, whatever it was, pre-alpha? Right. Okay. Yeah, that totally makes sense. A make it make sense patch. Many games could use that, I think. I have been awakened. My secret phone and my secret stash. I don't know if I fixed the Robus 4 last time. It's our friend Arthur, who asked for a coin and then ran away. Arthur kind of has the eyes of the characters from Centum, if you've played Centum. I guess they all do, actually. Those like little slits. I think Arthur's eyes are just rounder than everybody else's. Ooh, brutal. Okay. Oh, come on. All right. I guess I could have just used Oswin's power because there was only one of each thing. Whatever. This is an interesting part of this game, an interesting storyline in this game. It's just never really sure whether or not Arthur actually has powers or not. Thank you, Tozak, for the follow. Much appreciated. I think I don't have the alert box set up on this screen. No, I don't. My apologies. Oh my goodness. Okay. Go! Ah! That was so close. Hey, we appreciate the follow now or later. It's fine. Let yourself go. No! Oh, come on. I really like the reset pegs. They're a fun element. Let's go. Yeah, I guess just to say it, the plan is to stream more regularly here on this channel. Like I said earlier, I would at least like to stream most of the games that we play for the show. But I've been toying around with some other ideas. We'll just have to see if I can make them work. I think there'll be some more in the future. It was kind of unanimous in the. I asked the members what they would want in a poll, and it was kind of unanimous that more streams were what people wanted. So, gonna try and do some more streams. Gonna try and. the classic ball preview is just such a great thing. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do some more streams. Play around with the stuff we're talking about. More stream squad rise up. Yeah, Brendan, we can do. There's co-streaming now or whatever, which is so wild. We should try that out sometime. I know that's how Robin and Annie do parallel players. But I'd be delighted to do a... I guess I could have tried to get that last one. I'm sorry. I'd be delighted to do a co-stream. So... I can't tell if that's a joke or not, Robin. I've only ever been on the I join and then don't have to do anything else end of it. Okay. Well, we'll see. I know Brendan and I were messing around with some stuff a while ago, like 3 years ago at this point, maybe 4. I was still in Philly. OBS.ninja. Remember that one? But we can make it work. Speaking of coffee, maybe I should bring dotzip to the people. Bring back a little coffee and co-work for you Work Play Vibe OG fans. Please don't mention the underground to anybody. All right. Follow his lead, he says. Didn't really want that. I'm having a very funny experience because last time I played this game, I played the demo takes you up through the Miss Beauty scene. And I played that in March or whatever it was. And then revisited this at the end of, or beginning of June, I guess, middle of June, whenever we recorded that episode, or July, I mean. And so like there were like many months between me seeing this scene and me seeing like the beginning of this game. Oh shucks. And so it's just very funny to me how quickly I've gotten here. Like I haven't even been streaming for an hour, and I'm where I remember being after like 2 months of playing the game. Can you see my? Yeah, you can. Okay. Don't look at my bar. Okay. That's what I get for being in borderless window mode. Who are you looking for? This kind of looks like the shape of a person, doesn't it? Oh, jeez, that was a rough one. Like how they're not afraid to just like make weird shapes with their pegs as well. Speaking of its wavelengths in the chat, if you haven't, or if you don't listen to Post Games yet, Chris Plant's new, wow, I'm getting some really great bounces, new podcast about the games industry. Jeez Louise. Tonight, this evening, I guess, Brendan has a whole segment of the show talking about the games reporting industry and why you would make an outlet in these tumultuous times we are in. It's a really great conversation. Brendan also talked to Chris over on Wavelengths about a similar kind of thing. And it's very fun. There's conversations in tandem, in conversation with each other, about Brendan asking, why did you start Post Games, and Chris asking, why did you start Wavelengths? It's a very fun time. The episode comes out later today. You should subscribe to Post Games if you are not. And also Wavelengths. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That's the wavelength, is the synergy. Now, I didn't notice this last time. This is just a mouth over here on this one. Magic is real. Yeah, Tara, would you go back to the casino if you had to play on the mouth machine? Watching Henriette and Sam's conversations back and forth are very funny because they're both two very expressive characters, and so their portraits change a lot from like sentence to sentence. Very good. Man, am I like good at video games? I should make a podcast about one. I should try to do that sometime. Yeah, Tara went to the casino once a couple months ago, and she is not about it. I've been blackjacked. I always love the ball preview in Peggle as well. Perfect. Ow. I hit my hand on my microphone. I mostly chose that because last time I chose the opposite, and I'm trying to see all the boards in this game, you know? The fiction of this game being like basically all money has been replaced by tickets tonight is so funny. Let's blackjack the casino. Henriette's power is not that great IMO, but it's fun at least. Nice. Heck yeah. It's so nice that Peggle is a fun game. You know, like I feel like you could do basically any game but have like the mechanical part of it be Peggle and you'd have a great time. Oh, this isn't the one I wanted, I don't think. No, definitely not, definitely not, definitely not. Yes, there we go. Ugh. Brutal. All right. Another wild piece of world building. There was a place in a valley, and it was flooded, so they could build a dam. 'Twas the first time I saw adults crying. Oh, brutal reset, brutal reset. All right, let's go. It's just so good. They're just the board constructions are just so much fun. Perfect, dude. Perfect. Just beautiful stuff. Just beautiful stuff. So now we're gonna go play the stock market for tickets. Armand, the bus driver. Yeah, extremely cool, Mom. The vibes are so good. I love the beaded chair thing. Ugh. Also just like trying to have a normal conversation with your mom. It's like almost impossible stuff. Really good. Terrible bounce. Oh my god. I don't want to fierceness my mom, but again, just a weird use of the word seduction for this, those choice options, but it's fine. Cheating on your mom with another mom is very funny. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll take that. Don't be mean to your mom. I'm not gonna be mean to my mom. Alright, magnet might actually help in this one. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Hell yeah. The vape cop is back. These are some of my favorite boards in the game. Oh, I didn't want to do that one. Oh well. This one lets you move the cannon back and forth, which is fun. But I never found it particularly useful, to be completely honest, but maybe. Oh, come on. Brutal. Brutal stuff. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. This one. This is the one I was talking about. It's so good. The handholds for the bus. Oh my god. No matter what you do in that situation, he tases Henriette. I think I got the diplomacy option last time, and I think it was like Henriette said something like, "You can't reason with a fascist" or something, and then she gets tased. Ooh, brutal. This is so good. Doink. Read your purgatory. Sorry to all the other powers. The slicing is just too good. It was a silly thing to do. I should have just used the magnet ball. Oh well. But also, very fun that it's easier to get the be kind of an asshole option than it is to get the speak diplomatically option. I wonder if that's a commentary. But with the help of my friend and his automated saw arm, I can get all the options I want. Oh, that was an accident. All right. Come on. Ah. All right. I can't remember what options I chose the first time I played this, but there's a version of that conversation where Axel gets mad at you. I think I was just doing all fierceness options because I couldn't get the diplomacy one, so Sam was just being a giant asshole. And Axel at one point is trying to make him okay, send me a message here before you stand up, Tara, so that I can mute my microphone. But you can basically get mad at Axel, and then he says something along the lines of like you don't take the cops seriously. Like you left 2 black people in the room with a cop. Do you have any idea how scary that is? Which I chose that option by being bad at peggle. Which I just think is such a great bit of writing. And just like, I don't know, this game just doesn't like, still being as ridiculous as having robots that have abacuses, like making them up, it still has, those like legitimate, realistic social commentary things, and just like real life experience stuff. It's just like very good. I actually didn't notice last time that they were made up of abacuses. All right, let's see if we can get a good magnet ball here. Pretty decent. Oh, terrible. But hey, it worked. The first time I did this one, I accidentally chose the ball preview, and when there's moving stuff going on, wow, you sent it and got up immediately. You just didn't even give me a second to read the message. Oh my gosh. Wow, I didn't get this last time. That's so funny. That's really funny. Money never sleeps, so don't we. This is where the game kind of takes a shift. Everything after this is kind of not completely different, but it like you can see how the rest of the game is leading up to this point. But the first time I played it, I remember being like, "Oh, whoa, okay." See, it just, I feel like it should work better. There we go. That's what I wanted. This representation of like a stock terminal is so funny to me. It's really, really good. The first time I did this, I got absolutely destroyed. I did so bad. But now I'm basically a true gamer, so. Sorry, just making sure. Okay, sorry, I just had to check my messages real quick. Let's trade again. Nice. Thank you, the margin of error. Whoa, I can read. For the follow. Welcome in. Oh, come on. Whew. Oh, brutal. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. I love that. Margin of error. It was really weird when I was listening to Into the Aether when you showed up on a random episode and I realized you produced that show in addition to 10 Very Big Books, 2 podcasts I had already been listening to for a while. It's cool to watch you do your own projects. Thank you so much for following my work without even realizing. Yeah, this is this show. I mean, this is a stream right now, obviously, but we have a podcast, dotzip .online. If you'd like to listen to that, we play small games, short games. We call that we do what is it? Big games and small packages. I forgot the tagline. There's a show that came out of me and my friend Kim. We're previously making a show called Asynchronous. Which I think I brought up a couple of times on 10 Very Big Books. But that show was just too big of a lift, and so we took a couple months off and pivoted to this, where we play shorter games with our friend Chase. Rip, we did not win. Next year, beloved followers. Yeah, so yeah, this is the follow-up to Asynchronous, but thank you so much for listening and for following my work. Really means a lot. Happy you're here. This one is absolutely brutal. Bye, honey. Have fun. Tara's taking Cooper for a walk. I mean, great to get rid of a bunch of those resets, but not helpful. Oof. I love that one. No matter what you end up with dialogue option-wise, he just always shoots you immediately. Sorry, I didn't realize I had to click again. It's my boss and friend, Pierre. Pretty impossible. I don't kill people for stupid reasons. Miss Beavy. Hey, I'll take that. Come on. Yeah. Hey, I'll take 2 choices over none. A real danger to society. Socialists. The muffled score sounds in this are so good. Oof. Yeah, so that's what this game's about. Socialism. And how you can't trust somebody who is totally invested in the capitalist system. It was obvious the big companies were cheating the people, so they started a riot. Yeah, so that's kind of the whole thematic underlying narrative of this game. Is that the system doesn't care about you, and if we come together, we can all rise up against a system. In the end, Kim and I kind of came down on like, yeah, totally. But but this is like kind of a I don't know, like in some ways entry level text or whatever, which like isn't a bad thing. Like I'm not trying to say it as like a knock on the game or anything, but it's like if the workers come together, they can rise up above the system. If they just have to realize that the system is bad for them. I think this bit is very good. Here between Arthur and Osman. But we haven't gotten there yet, so give it a sec. Brutal. So we can't focus on the single person, we have to focus on the system. Nice. Robin, would you believe me if I said all games are political? Believe it or not, even games like Call of Duty have politics in them. Yeah. Yeah. I bet that blew your mind. Yeah, Xena, that's exactly it. And it's like, I don't know. It's and I had said this earlier. Like the story is so light that it makes going to the peggle stuff pretty easy while still keeping track of like what's going on in the narrative. And I think that follows through for this kind of like deeper political stuff. Like it's on a level where you can like be 60% paying attention to it, you know, and still understand what's going on, and then get to the peggle stuff, you know. And I think that's a great thing for a game to be, you know, fun enough gameplay that you will at least skim the text of the game. So, you know, then there will be stuff going through your head, you know, like intro level stuff exists for a reason, you know, like there needs to be an introduction to these kinds of ideas and stuff. So, I think that's great, you know. They made a fun peggle game that has a good political message that is easy to understand. Oh, bad. Oh, double bad. Oh, man. Okay. Not the best, but good enough. But yeah, that's kind of the conclusion Kim and I arrived at in the episode. That's, if you're just tuning in, is lost forever. I lost my audio, so I have no idea where it is, but that's the conclusion we came to, of like, this stuff is still worth, experiencing and existing and stuff and whatever. And I know nobody was saying that we were saying that it's not, but people won't compete if they have what they need to survive. This bit is what I was talking about. The most interesting stuff between Arthur and Osman is like, the like, I don't know, leftist infighting that people talk about all the time. Like this idea of like, well, we can't actually start uprising until we have it perfect and we know how everything's going to be. Later will be too late if we change things the wrong way. But there will be no change if we miss our moment at all. If we miss our moment. Which is kind of the thing, but I think thematically with this game, which we'll get to in a little bit, I do think the game has more of a perspective than just presenting that like leftist infighting exists and can be frustrating. But I think all in all, like this game does a great job of doing what it wants to do in every aspect. Like I think it's all connected, which is great. I don't think there is a bit of it that is like, and here is the socialist uprising storyline for some reason. Like I think it all makes sense in the context of the world they've made, the writing that they've done throughout the game, that like the dialogue and everything. It all feels like it goes hand in hand very well. Follow your heart, more like follow your Arthur. Follow your friend Arthur. Yes, exactly. You totally get me, Robin. I mean, I know we've already kind of had a conversation about this game in our DMs, but yeah, that's exactly it. And that's like the big conclusion that we arrived at in the conversation Kim and I had of like, there's not always a best choice to be made. And if there is, like, sometimes it's just your first instinct, which is what's great about the dialogue choice in this game. Like some of the best dialogue choices, quote unquote best, are the ones that you get without even like unlocking the options in the game, and I think that's just kind of the whole thing, is just like, eventually you're gonna have to be crude about it. You're gonna have to shit or get off the pot, like sometimes stuff just needs to happen and you can't think too hard about it, otherwise it's just never going to happen. And that can be applied to capitalism or uprising or revolution, whatever. I think it can also just be applied to just like living life normally as a human. If you spend all your time trying to find the perfect way to do something or like the perfect answer to something, you're just never going to do it. I talked about Brendan on post games later today. I had heard it because I'm a post games patron. But Brendan later, like there's a conversation they have, which I think also might actually be a patron exclusive bit. But Brendan has said this publicly, so I don't feel bad sharing it. But like, if you want to start making something, a podcast, you want to start a blog, if you want to start making a game, whatever, like the way to start is to just start doing it. And like let it be bad for a little bit while you figure out what is good about the thing that you're making. Because even if it's like the worst thing you've ever made, there will still be things in there that are good that you can take into future iterations of this project or just other projects, you know? So it's just about kind of deciding when to start. And less so about what is the perfect way to do it. That's just life, baby. Not to get too big takeaway-y about it while I'm still playing the game, but that's it. That's the big takeaway. Just do it, you know, Nike. Sometimes companies are right, is the big takeaway. Yes, Robin, it's so annoying that it's so true. It's so annoying. People need to believe in something greater to make the revolution. I also love this. This is great. The power of friendship here. Like, I might not believe that you have magic powers, but I believe in you. Just like maybe not the best way to communicate with your friend, and not perfect, but get your point across. You know, you care about your friend. That's the thing that's most important. Also just so funny to me that like just magic exists in this world for some reason. Just doesn't it's just so funny. I just remembered what the end of this game is. It's very silly. The slicing ball is just too good. Okay. At Boqeh headquarters. I'm gonna stand. I gotta stand up. I gotta hand crank my desk up, but I'll keep the dialogue going. Bye. Okay, this is actually the... I didn't get this one last time because I tried diplomacy for some reason. But then someone tells you can't negotiate with a cop. With a fascist, rather. Boom, baby. I need to punch him hard in the face. Totally unrelated. Has anybody seen trailers for the movie Weapons? Because that movie looks wild. It's the same person who did Barbarian, a movie that I loved. Wow. It's almost like big choices you don't have to do mental gymnastics. Sometimes you can just think of two options and then go with one. You know, you don't have to play peggle in your mind every time. No, it's good. I like it a lot. I really, really love that bit when you are presented with the... Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera a little bit because I've moved now. That bit of like, oh, actually, you don't have to play the game anymore to make these big decisions because, like, you're a person and you can just trust yourself. And if you think like, oh, I could say this or this, you can just decide to say that thing instead of trying to think like, well, what's the best way to shoot the ball to unlock all the diplomacy options? Sometimes you can just make a choice, you know? Like Robin said, most annoying advice in the world, but 100% true. Weapons looks really frightening, but Barbarian didn't look super frightening, and then really was, you know? Barbarian, I think, was just really trying to build tension by being like, look, isn't this a situation where something scary could happen, and then nothing scary happened until something scary started happening? God, that movie's so good. Anyway, Rise and Grind is a grift. Just be friends and make community. I love you. Damn, dude, buckets. Okay. Are we friends or not? Aw. The choices don't matter. You know how you feel about stuff. This is me pointing at myself also. Yeah, so we're just breaking into the Bata Brute headquarters to steal explosives. To blow the dam up and reveal the moat, or the valley once again. This is a real power of friendship moment. This is also just such a fun board. Ooh, brutal. Oh, I'm already way above where I need to be. Boo beep. How was I supposed to get 100,000? Ba-ba-da-boom. Wow, that's very satisfying. Wow, hell yeah. I'm just trying to end the level, guys. I beat it. I'm just trying to end the level. Boop, 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 boom, 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 boom. Let's go. I like that they make these basically impossible to fail, but I've already succeeded so much. Now I have to just wait so long for it to be done. Nice. Dum, dum, dum. Just like a steering wheel. And also, I know everyone's supposed to be helping, but I don't know, I feel like the slice... Well, no, I guess multi-ball is helpful. Come on. I didn't even need the power. Oh, damn. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Who needs power of friendship when you can just be really good at peggle? There it is. It won't resist the power of our friendship. Let's go. Our platonic friendship. Also, just gotta point out again, I love the way that the, like, portrait, or whatever you want to call it, changes. Let's go. I love friendship. Look, not everything has to end in a romantic relationship, okay? I get that, but what if it did? Like, I've got six balls left, and you're telling me I've got to just, and I'm like already way above. Mm-hmm. We can destroy the dam and start the world over. It's that easy. Sorry, I'm not trying to give this game grief. And just like that, we are a few weeks later. The end of this game. It does just kind of come to an end. But hey. I do enjoy the final message we kind of end up on here. But got the whole summer in it. Also, is it summertime? Because look at what we're wearing. These are not summertime outfits. It's over. They're done. Yeah, it's definitely like an extreme simplification of how to do stuff like this, but I do think they leave it off at a like, well, the problem's not completely solved yet, which I think is better than being like, and then it was good and everything was fine. So they've got like district meetings or division meetings. Yes, exactly. Miles more than other games, yeah. Here's Persephone. Gamer cat. I want to be part of the community.
What?
She's just rolling around my foot. Combo choices. It's an interesting thing for them to introduce in like the epilogue. Jeez Louise. I'm gonna say hell no. I'll tell you what's happening. No, you know what? No, not. Basically, he's getting together with all of his other billionaire friends and building a capitalist anti-revolution. A stronghold of the old world. This problem has been solved. So that's another thing. It's like destroying the dam here solved the problem for the entire world, apparently. But hey, whatever. You know, it's a fun game. It's good. I like the ending. It's like they haven't created a utopia at the end, I think, which is great. You know, it's still like there's still work to be done, et cetera, which I think is the most important message in this situation. But it is still kind of just like, I don't know, a little funny. You're not responsible for others' actions. You can only control yourself. Hooray! So hey, that's Jump the Track, the episode that was supposed to come out today, but I lost my audio to. I was happy to play it again. I think it's a great game. I had a lot of fun playing it. And I think you should check it out also. It's available on Steam. And I think it's like $15. So if this looked like fun, or if you only caught part of the stream, I definitely think the whole game is worth playing and experiencing. And it's great. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. My plan is to be back later this week with something different. I haven't fully decided yet, but I've got some things. You know, I'm just realizing now this could be the ball getting shot across, but could also be a knitting needle. Wow. I've got some ideas for consecutive streams of longer games. I would like to keep playing the games that we play for the show on stream, perhaps, or at the very least, maybe making little Let's Plays for them. But that'll all be stuff that is coming down the line. If you'd like to support the show, you can go to ko-fi.com/dotzip, or you can go to dotzip online and check out all the stuff we got there. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.